Laugh Out Loud Friday continues with Bill Burr coming up right about now. What is happening? It's your pal Tommy Boy, and I'm back with another edition of Tommy Boy Reacts. That is right, we are going to one of the funniest motherfuckers out there on the planet right now. None other than Bill Burr. I'm going with a clip that's pretty well known out on the web. So I'm definitely not the first person to react to this. I'm not really breaking any new ground. I've actually seen the bit quite a few times. We're just here for the funny. That's all. Not really reacting to it, just getting our laugh on, getting ourselves ready to just enjoy the weekend. So we started off on a high note, just relax and enjoy the funny. Not going to do it as a try not to laugh. It's not that kind of video because I know I'll fail. No matter how many times I've seen this bit, I always laugh. So not going to try it as a try not to laugh. Just going to let her rip. That being said, I'm going to shut the hell up. And let's get right to it. And here we go.
No, we have these huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got at me was? One time she was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence. Just in case, you didn't get the memo.
Yeah, they still do it, too.
Evidently, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly, It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching for, oh, fuck, now I get it, upsy-daisy, sweetheart, here we go. There you go.
See,
oh.
That's exactly what I was talking about. It's always that line, the
so at the end of
daisy.
the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head. You could wake me from a drunken stupor. I could still give you like 9.
Yeah. Women, I love you, but y'all do some pretty fucking shady shit. Trying to egg us on so you can try to make us be the bad guys. Now, thanks to Bill Burr, we're onto your game. And we're turning the franchise around. We ain't gonna play that game no more. And yeah, I could think of quite a few myself. I could think of about 10 right now just sitting here. Yeah, if I sat around and think about it, I could probably think about another 30 more reasons. But anyway, I'm gonna shut the hell up. Let's get back to Bill. You came to see him.
Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason. Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying?
Right.
Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week? There you go. Every day. You didn't do it, right? Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day, paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason. I'm not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story.
Someone would have to go. And it ain't gonna be me.
That was a hypothetical. You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figure that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figure this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot. So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse. And I got to walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, oh, I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you just gotta waterboard me with a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go fuck yourself? Just say no. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right?
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's like, why can't you just give a simple answer? That's all we're looking for. Just give a simple answer. We don't need to take the scenic route to get to your root answer where you just tell us to go fuck ourselves. Just get right to the meat and potatoes. Tell us what the answer is. Don't need a backstory. Don't need side plots. Don't need 8 million tangents. Just get to the meat and potatoes. And coming from me, who's notorious for going on tangents like I'm kind of going on right now, that's bad. Because, yeah, I go on quite a few tangents, and I got to say, women, you got to stop going on tangents. You got to stop fucking, like Bill said, waterboarding us with an explanation. Just say, especially if it's a yes or no question. Anyway, shut the hell up. Let's get back to it.
So now I'm limping down the street. I got Tourette's, fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. I got to admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you want to do, right? And fuck me? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall. I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her.
I'm pretty notorious for doing that too.
Trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something. Worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah. Hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going onto the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're going to talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears. It fucking hurt.
With me, that'd be strike
so
one.
Honey, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Put the headphones back on. She comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder.
Strike two.
This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to talk about it, right? Put them on. Third time she comes out. Poof, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine. You want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Right there. I just wanted to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous. No, that's the
I'd
thing.
have stuffed her in the closet too, just so I wouldn't have to hear her bitch anymore.
Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, but saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now.
Right?
I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him! Every fucking special I do, there's always one.
Yeah.
Always, right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. I love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me. fucking unbelievable. Look, I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? Well, how come you can't fucking
No,
ask
nobody's
questions? I just
debating
don't
that
understand.
part.
Like, if I get bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it? How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire. They don't just drive away afterwards. They sift through the debris. How did it start? Here's an oily rag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that.
No, but he's
Let me
right.
extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right? I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist.
That's
They
kind
should
of
be
fucked, 'cause I
buried
actually like
underneath the
tuna
prison,
casserole.
okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky?
Right?
Really? Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? Is every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, dude, in your heart of hearts,
Yeah, we don't
what do you
have the
think was
full
going
story.
down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get
Even
some
now,
ice
we
cream?
don't. Yeah, even now, we still don't have the full story.
You know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck. Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker. Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out. I'll bring my out. Now, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. You know?
It is.
I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued. But after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness.
Yep. That's exactly what they do. And, well, hate to break it to you, but I'm one of those too. And I don't lose arguments. I come fully loaded. And I do win. Let's put it this way. Especially if it happens to be in a political debate, which I'm not doing here because that's not the format for this. But if you get in an argument with me, you better have your facts right because I will embarrass you and embarrass you bad. That being said, shut the hell up. Just let Bill talk.
All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right?
On the contrary.
My girl knows my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, you know, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down!
Yeah, that's another thing. Another thing that women will go for if they're wrong about their argument and they start going rogue, they either start going something personal or they'll say, or they'll start talking about dick size. And well, if they're talking about dick size, not only do you just hang out for dear life, but just remind them a couple things. One, thanks for letting you know that they're a size queen. And two, remind them even a 747 looks small in the Grand Canyon. That being said, let's get back to it. Got a little bit longer and get back to Bill.
That isn't music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay? You're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick. Just let that slide.
See?
Stay in the
Told
pocket
you.
of the argument.
Dick size
Okay?
always comes
It's
up
over.
if they're
Argument
losing the
is over.
argument.
You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down. And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.
Oh, man. So there it is. Whoa. So there it is. Bill Burr, no reason to hit a woman. And how women argue. Yeah. I agree with every last bit of it. And yeah, on top of Bill's suggestions, which kind of mirrored a few of mine. In fact, I even gave a couple lines to fire back with towards the end there. Yeah, that covers it for this edition of Laugh Out Loud Friday. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. You can even pass along a few suggestions. Stuff you might want to see me react to. Regardless if I've ever seen it or not. The Laugh Out Loud Friday is still a little bit of a new thing, so I got a long way to go, and there's a hell of a lot of comedy out there. And it's going to be a lot more than just Bill Burr. I've got a few other legends stashed up my sleeve that'll be coming up here pretty soon as well. But anyway, tell me what you think down below in the comments. Other than stop trying to make videos, because, well, I give two shits about those comments. Anyway, that being said, I know, again, my vocal crutch. Yeah, if you haven't tuned in for any of my other videos earlier this week, I had 2 other ones. But yeah, you notice there's a Christmas tree in there. Yep, feeling a little festive. So got my trees up. Yes, I said that plural. There's more than one tree in this house. There's one here in my studio, and there's one elsewhere in the house. Got all of my other decorations up. Feeling a little festive. Which also reminds me, stay tuned, because Christmas is going to be one giant dump of videos. So you may or may not see as many videos as you would from me for the next week or two going into Christmas, because, well, I need to save something to show y'all. But on my community posts, I had put in there, would people want just one giant video or a shitload of videos? And, well, the only 3 people that voted all voted unanimously, and you're getting a shitload of videos, which is good, because that's, it's a lot more editing, but at least I don't have to go through the same video and keep editing and editing and editing and editing, and then wait for everything to finish processing, finish uploading, hope that everything makes it past the copyright Nazis at YouTube, to hopefully be able to bring it out so everyone can see it. By everyone, I mean the couple dozen that might actually watch it eventually. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Laugh Out Loud Friday. And of course, as always, be sure to click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and share. And that is going to do it for this edition of Tommy Boy Reacts. And keep it tight.